This video research project examines how social media algorithms influence the spread of misinformation in the digital world. It begins by defining what these algorithms are and provides an overview of how they function, particularly in contributing to misleading or false information on platforms such as X, TikTok, and Facebook. The project includes a detailed analysis of multiple research studies incorporating statistics on algorithmic behavior and the spread of misinformation, as well as how such content impacts user engagement and reaches targeted audiences. This project further examines the negative impacts on media literacy by comparing verified information with misinformation and analyzing how this influences the public understanding. Finally, it proposes solutions aimed at improving the identification of misinformation and reducing its spread across social media platforms. Think about the last time you scrolled on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. Did it feel like the app just knew what you wanted to see? That's not a coincidence, that's the algorithm. But what if the same system that shows you entertaining content is also shaping what you believe, even when it's not true? Social media algorithms are designed to keep our attention for as long as possible. They do this by learning our behavior, what we like, share, watch, and comment on. While this can make platforms more engaging, it also has a negative effect. It can increase misinformation and make it spread even faster than before. Think about a time that you saw something online that seemed shocking or even unbelievable, but it had thousands of millions of likes and shares. For example, during major news events, false information spreads faster than verified facts. A misleading post, a clip video, or even a completely fake story can go viral within hours. So this raises an important question. Why does misinformation spread so quickly? So to answer this question, we need to understand a few key concepts, beginning with algorithms. Algorithms are automated systems used by social media platforms to curate and prioritize content. These systems analyze user behavior such as likes, shares, and watch time to deliver personalized content. While this personalization increases engagement, it also increases the likelihood that misleading or false information will be repeatedly shown to users and increasing its visibility. Misinformation refers to false or misleading information that is shared regardless of intent. Engagement, on the other hand, refers to how users interact with content, including likes, comments, shares, and how often a video is viewed. These three elements, algorithms, misinformation, and engagement, work together to shape digital information. A central argument of this project is that misinformation spreads rapidly due to algorithmic amplification. Social media platforms prioritize content that generates high engagement, content that will evoke a strong emotional response, such as fear or surprise. It's more likely to be spread widely. Research from the University of Texas at Austin explains that this type of content is more likely to be promoted by algorithms, regardless of its accuracy. This then creates a cycle. The engagement increases the visibility increases more engagement, and content spreads more rapidly across different sites. In addition, algorithms contribute to echo chambers being created. According to research from the EBSCO Information Services and the University of Texas at Austin, echo chambers occur when users are primarily exposed to information that aligns with their own existing beliefs. Because algorithms prioritize similar content, users are less likely to encounter a different perspective, and this allows misinformation to keep coming up and keep being shown on your feed, which will reinforce this belief and will make it less likely for one to evaluate this information and look up resources. Research consistently demonstrates that misinformation spreads better than real factual information due to human behavior and the way that these platforms are designed. From the American Psychological Association indicates that individuals are more likely to engage and share with content that evokes strong emotional reactions or will confirm pre-existing beliefs shared by one. This psychological tendency is reinforced by algorithmic systems that prioritize engagement. Further research from PubMed Central identifies misinformation as a systemic issue, shaped by both interaction and digital platform structures. Together, these studies suggest that misinformation spreads rapidly not only because individuals share it, but because algorithms are designed to promote this type of content, which is most likely to generate engagement. The widespread presence of algorithm-driven content has significant implications for media literacy. As users are repeatedly exposed to similar types of content, they may begin to accept this information as credible, and over time, this reduces the likelihood of critical evaluation. Research from the American Psychological Association suggests that repeated exposure and emotional engagement can weaken an individual's ability to distinguish credible and misleading information. This then creates challenges such as difficulty verifying sources, increased trust in the multiple claims of misinformation, and less exposure to diverse perspectives, ones that are non-aligning. Ultimately, these effects can limit an individual's ability to critically engage in misinformation in the digital environment. Talking about the spread of misinformation requires both systemic and individual solutions. First, algorithm transparency is essential. More awareness of how content is prioritized can help users to better understand what they are seeing. Second, improving media literacy education is also critical. Teaching individuals how to evaluate sources, identify bias, and verify information can reduce the spread of misinformation. Finally, individual behavior plays a key role. The American Psychological Association recommends strategies such as pausing before sharing content and questioning emotionally charged information. Similarly, UNICEF emphasizes verifying information, consulting multiple sources, and avoiding impulsive sharing. These strategies together highlight the vast importance of responsible engagement, which helps in reducing the spread of misinformation. In conclusion, the rapid spread of misinformation is the result of a complex interaction between algorithmic systems and human behavior. Social media platforms are designed to maximize engagement, often prioritizing content that generates strong reactions rather than content that is accurate. At the same time, individuals play a role in how information spreads through their interactions and their sharing habits. Understanding how algorithms influence what we see is a critical step towards becoming a more informed and responsible media consumer. As we begin to see more of this information being spread online, we need to have the ability to question, verify, and engage with this information is more important than ever before. Algorithms aren't inherently bad. They help us to discover content and stay connected, but they also shape our understanding of the world in many ways. By recognizing their influence, we can become more informed, critical thinkers, where not everything we see is true. So the next time your feed feels particularly tailored to you, ask yourself, is it showing you the truth or just what you want to see?